10 reasons men have a hard time dealing with a successful woman. We will explain 10 reasons why men have problems dealing with women more successfully than them. The reasons are insecurity, traditional gender roles, ego and pride, fear of competition, lack of control, fear of rejection, communication differences, social pressure, perceived time constraints, and unresolved personal issues. The goal is to enlighten you so that you can be prepared to deal with someone like this, or at least know when to walk away. Stick around to hear our conclusion on Number 1. Insecurity. Insecurity refers to a lack of confidence or a feeling of inadequacy. Men might feel insecure when faced with a successful and confident professional woman, leading to feelings of self-doubt or fear that they don't measure up to their partner's achievements. There is nothing like an insecure man. He will start to look for reasons to believe his partner is not being faithful. Most late working nights might result in arguments. In his mind, he will always think that she will be looking for someone on her level because he has already decided he could never be on her level. Dealing with an insecure man can be draining because most women do not like a man who appears weak or unable to give her a sense of security. He comes across as a young boy in a fetal position. Number 2. Traditional gender roles. Traditional gender roles are societal expectations and norms that dictate specific roles and behaviors for men and women. Men might struggle with adjusting to a partner who is more successful or ambitious than they are, as it challenges these traditional roles. Society has for years made everyone believe that it was the man's responsibility to take care of the family, and if he failed short, he was considered less of a man. This has been engraved in the minds of children since they were old enough to know the difference between males and females. So, most people ask how you can undo something that has been the center of a person's thoughts for years. The other issue is when one partner lives by this mantra and the other thinks it's primitive and demeaning. A common ground will have to be achieved before allowing the relationship to get serious. You and your partner can work on yourselves, but this might be an insurmountable feat when outside voices from family and friends consistently reiterate to you and your partners what the roles of each gender should be. Number 3. Ego and pride. Ego refers to a person's sense of self-importance, while pride is a feeling of satisfaction in one's achievements. A man's ego and pride could be bruised if he perceives his partner's professional accomplishments as overshadowing his own, leading to feelings of defensiveness or inadequacy. Ego and pride-deprived men can become dangerous. They look for ways to show their masculinity. A man will fight tooth and nail to protect his ego and show his pride. The very existence of his partner can cause him to believe his pride is being taken away. The ego is man's very nature that tells him whether he can conquer the world or be conquered by the world. Number 4. Fear of competition. Fear of competition refers to the unease or jealousy that arises when a person perceives their partner's success as a challenge or threat. Men might find it difficult to handle the competition they perceive from a successful partner, leading to feelings of jealousy or resentment. One of the hardest things for a man to deal with is when both parties start dating and are on the same level as far as pay and status as soon as the women start to surpass him, which creates a substantial gap between them. Some men will start to take on other tasks and not want to support their significant other when her status is on display. This can include not attending a business dinner or award ceremonies. He might find a reason to always have something that conflicts with the event. Number 5. Lack of control. Lack of control refers to the discomfort some men might feel when they're not the primary decision maker or breadwinner in the relationship. Men accustomed to being the primary earners might struggle with relinquishing control over financial matters or decisions. This person can start to spend money on items that he cannot afford because in his mind he might start looking for ways to project his position or dominance outwardly. He could start to allow his partner to spend more of her funds on the household while he pays for everything else when entertaining or out with friends and family. This might be his way of showing others he is in control. We appreciate you taking the time to visit our channel. Please take the time to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Also, don't forget to ring the bell to get more content like this. Now on to the next one. Number 6. Fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is the apprehension that one might be turned down or not accepted by their partner. Men might perceive professional women as having higher standards, leading to a fear of being rejected or not meeting those expectations. A man that has a fear of rejection can start to believe that it is only a matter of time before his significant other decides that she can do or have better. Watch for this person to look for ways to bring his partner down to his level. He might start to point out every other thing that she does wrong or could improve upon. Look for ways to build his self-confidence by allowing him to come up with a solution to some things that you might already know the answer to. I know you are probably thinking why I need to suppress my thoughts or words to build him up. Actually, you don't, but it will be extremely hard to form a relationship with this type of person if you don't. Number 7. Communication differences. Communication differences refer to varying styles of expressing thoughts, emotions, and priorities. Misunderstandings or conflicts might arise from differences in communication styles or priorities due to the demands of a professional career. This can be due to the differences in the environment when you were younger. Some people think all disagreements should be handled or addressed by yelling or seeing who can control who. The warning signs of these behaviors should be evident before the relationship gets serious. You must take heed of the early warning signs. If neither party doesn't learn how to communicate with each other regardless of everything else, the relationship will not work. To work on communication, each person must agree to walk away when the discussion becomes heated and re-engage after having time to calm down. You can check our future videos to see what you should be looking for. Number 8. Social pressure. Social pressure is the influence exerted by peers, family, or society to conform to certain expectations. Peer or family pressure to adhere to traditional relationship dynamics might make it difficult for men to fully embrace a partner's professional success. It is easy to frustrate someone when they are already thinking about something. Most men will be receiving jokes from other men or family members about how he is kept. He will start out telling you he knows they are joking, but deep within his pride will erode more and more every time he hears the jokes. Number 9. Perceived time constraints. Perceived time constraints refer to the feeling of having limited time available for the relationship due to busy professional schedules. Men might experience feelings of neglect or a lack of quality time together, potentially straining emotional connections. Schedule some time to enjoy each other's company. When a man is left to his own devices for too long, he will begin to ponder on what he could be doing. Please remember, if he is left to his own devices, the man will find something to do with his time. Men for years have been saying that they are not emotional, but everything that has to do with a relationship is emotional. The difference might be that they don't move on with their emotions. They are focused on the physical and desire the touch of their significant other. This will only be accomplished by time spent with each other. Number 10. Unresolved personal issues. Unresolved personal issues are past experiences or insecurities that haven't been adequately addressed or processed. These issues could impact a man's ability to fully appreciate and love a professional woman, potentially leading to emotional distance or challenges in the relationship. Resolving some of these issues with men will require some things that a lot of women don't want to subject themselves to these days. One of the oldest remedies for this is making that man feel like he is the king of his castle. This will be hard if the woman is wired to believe she can do whatever he can do when it comes to the relationship. Conclusion. I hope that this helps you deal with people who have this type of mindset, and remember, if the relationship is worth fighting for, don't leave out the possibility of getting some counseling. Nothing is worse than staying in a relationship and waiting on someone to change on their own. Please, subscribe, and leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," so we can answer your questions quickly. Also, don't forget to like and ring the bell to be notified of my next video. Until then, see ya.